So you've just secured that first client for your medical billing business and you're so excited. You have a one provider practice that you will be billing for. But you need to remember that the doctor is not the only person that you will be dealing with when you have medical billing clients. You'll be also dealing with their front desk. And the front desk is the first step to success for your medical billing business. Even though the front desk is working with the doctor, they will now be working with you as well. I remember when doctors would tell me that the front desk isn't important, that they just answer phones, they don't do much, there's not lots to do. They say all types of things about the front desk. And unfortunately, some doctors still feel that way. But that is completely wrong. The front desk is the first step to success for any good practice. And I'm going to tell you why that is and how to build relationships with the front desk. So make sure you watch to the end. My name is Tamika. I'm a certified professional biller and a certified professional practice manager. And this is why the front desk matters. The first reason is because they are the one who enters in all the information for the top half of the claim. If you notice, the top half of the claim form has on all the information such as the demographics for the patient, for the insured, which insurance, the insurance policy information. All of that information is on the top half of the claim form that you need as a biller to send out clean claims. They are the one that is entering in that information. You're not the one entering in that information. So they are very important because they need to make sure that they get the information correct, hopefully the first time. Number two is that the front desk is the first people that the patient sees. The patient doesn't see the doctor, they don't see you, the biller, they don't see anyone else for the most part but the front desk. And that is who they give their information to, who they have to be familiar with, who, if the front desk messes up, that could determine whether or not the patient continues to come. So the front desk is where it all starts. The patients see the front desk, and that is who they ultimately build their first relationship with as well. Third, the front desk preps the patients for you, the biller. And I say that because when the patient comes to the front desk staff may ask them, what insurance do you have? You know you have a copay? Do you know you have a deductible? This might be what you owe. This is what you owe. They kind of prep the patient for you on the back end. Because if the patient is aware that they have a deductible and that they haven't met the deductible, when you send the patient a bill afterwards, if they have one that needs to be sent, or you call them on the phone and you say, well, you had a coinsurance and this is how much it was. They are already aware of this information because the front desk has prepped them for you. If you call the patient and you say, well, your insurance is out of network and unfortunately this is the amount that you owe, they don't have to feel like they're caught off guard if the front desk is doing their job right. If the front desk is telling them this information, then they will be aware of it and they will make your job easier for you. So these are the three reasons why the front desk matters so much. And it's actually more reasons, but those are the most important reasons that the front desk matters. And don't forget, if you're interested in scheduling a remote one-on-one with me to talk all about this, about the relationships that you need to build in your medical billing business, services, pricing, all of that, make sure to schedule your remote one-on-one with me. I'll leave the link on the screen and it's also always in the description box. Now, how do you build a strong relationship with the front desk staff in order to make sure that you are preparing your medical billing for success? Because although the front desk doesn't work for you, they will be working with you, hopefully, if you follow these tips. And the first one is to make sure you respect their role. Respect is important in general. You should be respecting everybody regardless of what position that they hold. But respect their role. Just don't say, oh, well, you're just the front desk, or you just complain the front desk to the provider. Respect that they are doing a job just how you are doing a job. They have things that they need to know, to do. They have lots going on. They're answering phones, checking in patients, checking out patients, copying medical records. They're doing lots of things just how we are. So make sure to respect the role that they are in. Don't just say, oh, that's just the front desk. Or when you're speaking to a patient, you say, well, the front desk didn't tell you you have a copay? Ugh, they're always messing it up. Don't do things like that. Don't throw people under the bus. They don't like it because they can mess up everything for you when it comes to entering in pertinent information that you will need, giving you more work to do on the back end. The second tip is to communicate clearly and professionally. If you are needing the front desk to do something that maybe they're not doing correctly, that you notice that they're entering in insurance policy numbers incorrectly, and you need them to enter it in right. So, for example, Medicare doesn't like, the dashes and all of those things. They want you to put in the number of the Medicare or beneficiary. They want you to put it in straight with no dashes. If you notice that the front desk staff is putting in this information in the system with dashes, instead of deleting the dashes every time yourself and not letting them know, just communicate with them, letting them know that specifically Medicare would like you to enter in the policy number this specific way. This is not a you thing, this is a Medicare thing. That you're not necessarily trying to tell them how to do their job, but you're kind of giving them some input. You make sure that you're professional, that you're not rude, that you tell them, well, I've noticed that you've been putting in the Medicare number this specific way. However, Medicare is requesting that you put it in this specific way. So you're clear, they know who it's coming from, Medicare. They know why you want them to do it. A lot of times you tell people things, but you don't let them know why. So when they don't do it or they're confused about doing it, you are trying to figure out why is that. It's because they want to know the logic behind of why you're telling them to do it. So you let them know because, Medicare doesn't process dashes and all of those things. And if we continue to do it that way, it's going to bring in more denials. Let them know the logic behind it. So always be clear, always be professional when you are speaking to the front desk staff. And to piggyback off of that one, make sure you address all your issues with tact. Again, not being rude, again, not demeaning them and down, playing their position. Sometimes they are not even trained the right way they're supposed to be trained to the beginning. So they're coming in trying to just figure out what to do. A lot of providers feel like they don't need to invest in the front desk staff education and training, but they really do. Again, every position is important in the practice. And so if the provider that you are billing for has not trained their staff the correct way, then they will make errors, and these errors will affect you. So it is your responsibility to be able to educate them. Educate them in a way where they can feel comfortable, where they can learn about what they need to do, so that that in turn can help you do your billing and do it fast. So your billing for your medical billing business depends greatly on the information that the front desk staff gives you. But here's the thing. Theirs is not the only relationship that you need to build and foster. There's one that can speed up your payments even more. So check it out here.